So I wanted to start my YouTube journey by talking about a game that has become quite special to me the past few months. MOSA Lina released on Steam this year, and it's best described as an amalgamation of different video game genres. Take the concept of immersive simulations, where you're dropped into a sandbox game world with obstacles to overcome, handy tools at your disposal, and the freedom to tackle these mentioned obstacles however you deem fit. Then you add in the randomization that comes with roguelikes. The levels are chosen randomly, as well as the tools you have for each level, and we'll come back to this later in the video. Then you mix all of these ingredients into a 2D platformer-shaped bacon pan, add some haunting sound effects for good measurement, and sprinkle some pseudo-deep message on top of it. Now, of course I'm joking a little about the latter part, but trust me, I've got some good-ass existential crisis-type beat interpretation about this game. Yeah, this game here, right on screen. Now, let's start with the gameplay though. MOSA Lina plays like your typical 2D puzzle platformer type game. You can walk left and right and jump into the air. Each level features a portal that serves as the end of the level and only opens up if you touch every fruit of a level or make them disappear off screen. Simple enough, right? Now, for each level you're given 3 random tools, all with limited uses, to get every fruit and then get to the portal to commence to the next level. As of now, there are 24 different tools, which are box, shootout boxes that you can stand on however they are affected by gravity, fish, shootout fish that splash around, spear, shoot spears that can stick to walls, fruits, and any other objects. Ball, materialize bubbly balls that have a slight updrift. Delete any object covered by the red cross, even your exit portal, which basically softlocks you. Pomegranate, shoots a pomegranate grenade with a small explosion. Tentacle, shoot out tentacles that stick to any object, then extract and retract the tentacles with up and down key. Gun, throw a pistol from which you can shoot your other tools from, also lets you teleport to the pistol once. Camera, like the wizardry of a real life camera, make any moving object not move anymore. Instabox, create a small circle. Wait, why is it called Instabox? Guess there are circle-shaped boxes like for pizzas. No, wait, Anyway, these Instaboxes are not affected by gravity and just let you stand on them. Impulse, creates an impulse that pulls any moving objects toward it. Mobilize, creates a circular force field that gives objects inside an updraft. Bouncer, shoot on mushrooms that are like really bouncy. Frog, shoot at a frog that jumps around, also they eat fruits, counting toward your level's goal. No graph, create a rectangular force field with no gravity. Clamp, clamps objects together with a short rope to a short rail. Bomb, materialize a bomb that goes off after about 3 seconds. Phaser, teleports you to the next safe space for you to stand on. Rocket, creates a rocket that you can activate by standing on top of it. Upgraph, creates a rectangular force field with a reversed gravitational pull. Vaporize, creates an implosion pulling near objects toward its center and freezing movable objects in space. bamboo. Shoot out a long piece of bamboo. Ladder. Creates a ladder that expands over a short period of time. Butterfly. Teleports you toward your crosshair, leaving behind a butterfly, but careful because you'll teleport back to the butterfly after around 5 seconds. Now that we've got that out of the way, I also have to mention that you'll tackle your levels in sets of 9. And for simplicity's sake, let's call a set of 9 levels a world. Got it? Good. Before starting your world, 9 random tools out of the possible 24 are chosen and act as the pool for this world. You have to complete each level of a world before going to the next, where we get a fresh new set of 9 random tools. Now, those 9 levels each world has are randomly picked beforehand, but stay the same for one playthrough. Meaning, if you don't complete a level first try, you'll have to come back to it later, but probably with different tools than before, so you can sometimes just get the worst tools possible, maybe even making the level unbeatable, and later get the best tools, making you finish it in a heartbeat. Speaking of unbeatable, there are different ways you can fail at a level. The obvious reason is you dying by either jumping out of frame, that means down, up, but also left and right, or jumping into red spikes. Some levels also feature a suicidal turtle that just wants to fall out of bounds and die. Same turtle, same. And if it manages to do so, your portal transforms into a gravestone, basically soft-locking you. But don't worry if you're ever soft-locked by a plastic-eating sea snack, or maybe because you can't complete the level due to a lack of skill or good tools at your disposal, you can just press the R key, making you skip this level for the time being. I also want to state that this game never feels frustrating, because even if you are stuck, you almost always find out a trick or gimmick with your tools that you didn't know before. Like firing multiple spears at once to create a platform, or freezing the turtle with the camera to stop it from falling into their death. The game itself says it best. A game where nothing is planned and everything works. Let's say you just beat 8 of a world's 9 levels. Congratulations, you're almost there, only 1 level left in this world, and... oh, what? Final level? Oh my god, what is going on? So... you see, the last level of each world is always going to be a boss level, and since the order of your levels is totally random, each level can transform into a boss level. These last stages take the original level layout and double it in size, while also having more fruit in them for you to collect/destroy. They also feature these item boxes from which you can just swap out your empty or unwanted tools to make up for their bigger size. After you're done with the boss level, that's it. You beat the world and may now take a peek at this game's overarching story. Okay. Oh, new world. Cool. Now, as I've mentioned, you can just keep going to the next world, featuring 9 new randomized levels and, of course, new random tools for you to enjoy and tinker around with. And for every finished world, you are rewarded with one of these scripted segments. There are 5 of them in total, and they're always in the same order. What happens after the 5th one? It just loops around again, sadly. As for the overarching plot and my interpretation, so in my opinion, this game stands for real-life struggles, and how you should always persevere to tackle them until you finally overcome them, and that is a great feeling. One that this game manages to replicate really good. Sometimes you may have to look at a problem from another perspective, or use other resources on your hand to crush them. Or sometimes the solution is just a little help from a cute frog friend. Just like real life, I'm telling you. But for real, getting hung up on any level for an eternity just to try out a new strategy you never thought would have worked and conquering the level is really a satisfying feeling. And maybe I shouldn't look at those scripted scenes as a lazy effort by the developer to shoehorn a bigger picture inside a simple puzzle platformer game, but rather as a person cursed to repeat their actions over and over again, always landing at the same spot they were before and never making a difference in their life. It doesn't even matter if you've gotten all of the previous levels first try, you'll always get the exact same result, and in the great scheme of things, it won't ever matter what you did. Shit, this went nihilistic real quick. So, I don't know, man. You choose whether you want this game to be a positive message on overcoming your obstacles by perseverance, or a bleak nihilistic outlook on life where none of your choices or actions matter. Cool, now I'm depressed and I have to record this dumb video. Oh, there's also another game mode I forgot to mention, which is Raw Random. This serves as an endless mode where you are thrown into random level after random level with different tools every time. So no world structure, you also don't repeat the same levels until you beat them, which offers a new and refreshing take on the game. Also, there's a level editor where you use the game's simple shapes and forms to make your own levels. And there's Steam Workshop, which is always a welcome addition to any game. MOSA Lina features sound effects and music that I can only describe as haunting. The soundtrack is like something straight out of Everywhere at the End of Time by James Leland Kirby's solo project, The Caretaker. Like, you can sometimes almost make out familiar sounds, and it also sometimes sounds really comforting and nostalgic, but then at other times it just feels bleak and empty. The sound effects for walking, jumping, shooting, etc. are all coherent and really fit into the game's weird and a little scary atmosphere. Like, of course there's nothing to be afraid of, and there's certainly no jump scare waiting to happen, but still, the sound design manages to plant the seed that there might be more to the game than meets the eye. Josh, the developer, was also kind enough to let me use their soundtrack for the video, so special thanks to them. It actually kind of reminded me of another game I want to cover someday called Beton Brutal, which is a first-person platformer game that also features some very strange sound design, but we'll cover that in its own video. I haven't even talked about the developer yet. Shit. Josh, or Stuffed Wombat as they call themselves, has been a game developer for quite a long time now, from what I could tell. Their itch.io page features more than 40 different games, their earliest being Big Eyes Are Cute from late 2015. We can also find a very early build of MOSA on there that was published on June 12, 2022. That is sick. I just hope to see the return of the cool hook someday. On Steam, there's also 5 other games by them, and they all look super interesting, honestly. Be sure to check them out. To tie this video together for now, Lona Misa is a really good game in my eyes. It's empty, it's bleak, it's weird, but it is also super fun, and the gameplay is very addictive. It's the perfect game for people who only got like 20 minutes, and then for them to realize that they missed their appointment, and also it is somehow summer already. Go buy it on Steam now. In the words of our society's greatest minds, I ask the question, who painted the MOSA Lina? The fact that you made it through the entire video means a lot to me, and is more than I could ever ask for. I'm still figuring things out, but you can expect many more videos like this about even more obscure video games to come out in the future. So, see you all next time, have some wonderful holidays, and I'll see you.